When the sun climbs the winter sky on the 7th of December, the world, in its quietude, is often unaware that the gears of destiny are already grinding. Across continents and centuries, this date has borne witness to events that reshape nations, altered ideologies, and inscribed indelible stories upon the human conscience. At 7:55 a.m. on December 7, 1941, the United States Pacific Fleet lay in a deceptive repose at Pearl Harbor, Oahu. Battleships USS Arizona, USS Oklahoma, USS West Virginia hung like leviathans in the harbor, their guns unmanned, their crews half asleep. But the calm was about to be shattered. At 7:55, the first wave of 183 Japanese aircraft crossed the horizon. Just 2 minutes later, the USS Arizona received a catastrophic torpedo strike, and its forward ammunition magazine detonated. At 8:01, the USS Oklahoma was hit by 4 torpedoes, capsizing within minutes. Men clung desperately to its hull as the ship rolled over. By 8:04, the USS Helena and USS Yorktown were ablaze. At 8:10, a second wave began its assault, targeting airfields. By 9:30, the Japanese planes retreated, leaving 2 hours of complete devastation in their wake. The human cost was immeasurable. John Jack Whitaker, a seaman who survived, later recalled, "I remember the sky turning black, the sound like 1,000 thunderclaps. When the Arizona exploded, the shockwave knocked me flat. I thought the world had ended, but the cries of my shipmates helped me, kept me alive." Mae Thompson, a civilian nurse, remembered the flood of wounded sailors. "We were women. We had never been in a war zone," she said. "Yet the wounded came in by the dozen, and we learned in that moment that compassion can be a weapon against terror." Within 24 hours, President Franklin D. Roosevelt delivered his Day of Infamy speech, and the United States abandoned its isolationist posture, declaring war on the Empire of Japan. The attack irrevocably altered the geopolitical landscape, igniting the Pacific theater of World War II and accelerating the genesis of the United Nations. But December 7th is a date layered with more than just this one monumental event. It's also a day marked by births and deaths that have steered the course of human progress. It saw the birth of John Ruskin in 1809, an art critic whose ideas on nature and society prefigured modern environmentalism. In 1955, computer scientist David L. Rosenberg was born. His work on heuristic search laid the groundwork for modern machine learning. The curtain has also fallen on influential lives this day. In 1815, the death of French Marshal Louis-Alexandre Berthier symbolized the final dissolution of Napoleonic Europe. And in 2005, we lost Sir Arthur C. Clarke, the visionary science fiction author whose imagination about satellite communication became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Each birth and death on this calendar day serves as a fulcrum, tilting the arc of human progress. From Ruskin's reverence for nature to Clarke's celestial dreams, the echo of December 7th reverberates across disciplines. Digging deeper, we find hidden chronicles, lesser-known events that also shaped our world. On December 7th, 1909, President Theodore Roosevelt's Great White Fleet returned to New York, heralding America's emergence as a global maritime power. On this day in 1940, David Lloyd George, a titan of the First World War, passed away, marking the end of an era in diplomacy. And on December 7, 1963, amid Cold War tensions, the Moscow-Washington hotline was successfully tested for the first time, a modest but profound safeguard against nuclear miscalculation. Even culture has felt the impact of this date. When a popular TV show aired a brief kiss between two female characters on December 7, 1995, It ignited a cultural debate that accelerated the mainstream acceptance of LGBTQ+ representation in media. December 7th has been a fulcrum upon which the tectonic plates of history have shifted. The Pearl Harbor assault precipitated a cascade of alliances, birthing the United Nations and redefining the balance of power. The births and deaths recorded on this day illustrate the perpetual renewal of ideas from the brushstroke to the binary code. And the lesser-known occurrences, naval parades, diplomatic breakthroughs, cultural milestones reveal that history is not merely a ledger of cataclysms, but a mosaic of human endeavor. As historian Dr. Lila Patel notes, we often isolate Pearl Harbor as a singular event, yet its reverberations are intertwined with earlier naval expansions and later Cold War dynamics. Understanding that continuum is essential for today's strategic calculus. Professor Anton Garcia adds, "The 1963 hotline test reminds us that even in an age of instant communication, the protocols that prevent misinterpretation are as crucial now as they were then." And cultural theorist Naomi Chang reflects, small gestures on December 7th have cumulatively reshaped public perception. Thus, as the calendar turns, we are invited to reflect, what will tomorrow's December 7th record? Perhaps a breakthrough in renewable energy, a diplomatic accord that ends a protracted conflict, or a cultural moment that redefines identity. History, after all, is not a static archive but a living dialogue between past and future. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the dates that defined our world.